Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Koki Otaku. Today with us, we have a very special guest. Not only is she a cat lover, but she's also a model, a voice actress, an artist, and a cosplayer. She voices Hiya in Chilling in Another World with level 2 super cheap powers. Konuki Sayo in Makeine, Too Many Losing Heroines. Sujin Kang in True Beauty, which I've always said it's criminally underrated because it is. Not underrated, sorry, criminally short because it is. And Beniko in Natsume's Book of Friends, Season 6. So without any further ado, please give it up for Maganda Marie.
I'm just kidding.
Maganda, thank you so much. Welcome.
Hi, I'm glad to be here.
Thanks to you for joining us tonight. Looking forward for tonight because you have a set of fresh character from new series from this year. I think the latest one was maybe they're all from this year.
They're all from this year. I just started anime this year.
Well, let's kick it off with one of the characters that. Okay, disclaimer. We always said on our panels when we go to convention that we have this panel called anime character we love to hate. We have a new character going to be joining that panel, that group, which we're going to be talking tonight. And we always say we always hate the character we love everybody else, the industry actor, and we hate the character is because the voice actor was great. So talking about one of those characters we will be loving to hate tonight, talking about Sujin Kang in True Beauty. Oh my god. For those who haven't seen True Beauty yet, how would you describe this series?
For people who haven't seen it, if you just look at the poster, you already know you have a cute girl, you have two guys, and then you have like an image of her with like freckles and some redness and stuff. So you can already tell this is going to be a series about makeup. It's going to have some romance. And then when you actually watch it, you're like, okay, it does have all that stuff. But man, Sujin's mean. She does some horrible stuff. So if people want to watch it, they're gonna get a lot of whoa moments.
Mm-hmm. I'm like, Sushi's a dog, but yeah, no. And also I like to swear, so you're right. So, but oh my gosh, so Sujin. Okay, quick question. Have you seen the manga or read the manga, first of all? Or not a manga, webtoons?
So funny enough, I knew about it, but I never got around to reading it because I'm more of a fantasy isekai, like when I read webtoons. So I remember seeing it and I was like, maybe later. And then suddenly I get told like, hey, do you want to be this role in this anime? And I'm like, what's that? And I get the character and I'm like, oh, she's so pretty. And then I do a few episodes and I'm like, oh, she's mean. So I haven't read it. So it was a big surprise for me on who I was going to be.
Is this your first, like, evil? I can't say evil. She's got her circumstances, but mean character.
Technically, Hiya, in the beginning of Chillin in Another World, she starts off as evil. Like, literally, yeah. We'll talk about it, yeah?
Unexpected when I happen, that's why.
Yeah, I was about to say, kind of, she's between black and white there. But I can tell
she's morally vague.
Wow. she's no midpoint. She's all the way to the bad side. I can tell you right now, my mom be watching it, and yesterday she's like, Onyx, Sujin, she's a hija de. They're like, right, she's bad. I'm like, yeah, that girl is toxic and hold it. You haven't finished yet. You haven't seen nothing. She's like, what? Like, I can tell you, Sujin, when a character is able to bring that energy, that emotion of hating it so bad, it's because there's a great work being done behind the stage. I will say this is one of those work. How was this experience of playing a toxic character like this one?
Well, I still remember one of the first toxic scenes. You know, she meets the main character in the store and she's like, hi, I've been dying to meet you. And then internally she's like, wow, I can't believe how much makeup she's wearing. Like, so I did that line and I was like, ooh, I don't know, was that too mean? And the director, she was like, oh no, that was perfect. You're natural. And I'm like, oh no. Well, I guess I'm good at it. I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing. I'd like to think I'm not actually that mean in real life.
Honestly, I'd say one of those moments. Okay, this is a spoiler, guys. If you don't want the spoilers, just skip ahead. But you should totally watch the series because it's awesome. It's 13 episodes and totally worth it. But one of the first things that, or second things that happens is that Sujin kind of coaxes one of her friends to go out with the main character, and then they go to a hotel to do some things which shouldn't be done. Anyway, that scene, how do you feel about that? Because that was my moment, biggest one.
So a lot of the times in anime, unless you like, I try to watch the episodes in the original language before I go in to record, so I understand what's going on. So I still remember the first time I saw it, I was like, she did what? That's illegal. I was like, that's so bad. Because remember, it wasn't just her setting up a person. Like, she had hidden cameras. Like, she was gonna... That's bad. So I was like, ooh. Now, here's the thing. If you really, really like the True Beauty anime, for anyone who's seen it, apparently there's way more in the webtoon. I'm going to have to start reading the webtoon because
Yes.
there was so much more to the character arcs, especially for Sujin. So, just saying, she has reasons and I want to see her complete, but internally I'm going to have to do that myself.
No, for sure. I can definitely confirm the webtoon shows a heck of a lot more that's why I say this anime is so criminally short because there's so much things that happen in the webtoons, and I wish would have made it onto the anime. But I still like the pacing of the anime though. But like all the backstories, it's like, oh, this is why she's doing these things. Okay, that's what I'm saying. She's not maybe purely evil. She's got some things going on in her life, but still, like, come on, try to be a better person for it.
If anything, it was just a really good kind of like an advertisement for the webtoon, because you really do want to know more, because there is more after the high school arc.
Yeah, let me tell you guys, we need freaking season 2.
Oh, please.
Last episode, I didn't see that one coming. I was in shock. I go to Instagram and I had to tag all the voice actors of the main Winters of Far, Rebecca, Mauricio, Eduardo, like, guys, what the freaking hell did this happen? They were like, haha, we got you, not prepared for it. I know. Like, I mean, I love it. I love the drama. I'm a slice of life guy. I love novelas. But damn, they were brutal with the ending.
Yeah, but sometimes life is brutal. Just saying.
Okay, but moving on to somebody not so brutal for me. She's one of the newest waifu in the latest anime. From sweet and bringing the drama to life. One of the characters that I really, really love in the new series, beautiful, gorgeous series, talking about Konuki Sayo in Makeine, to many losing heroines, which, OMG, for those who haven't seen this, another great drama anime. How would you describe it?
Such a beautiful anime, too. It was gorgeous. I still can't believe I was in it.
Like, aesthetically speaking, this anime, I thought it was a movie at first because it looks like it has like the budget of a movie just for the aesthetics of it, and you're like, oh, what is this beautiful thing? And you just get lost in the background and everything. It's that beautiful.
I love this series so much. The writing was amazing. The characters were amazing. Great characterization for all the characters. They're all different. They all feel unique. Especially my character. My character is a lot more than just unique. I think she was kind of weird. But funny enough, I was told, again, a very natural character for me to play.
I mean, she's cool.
I had a lot of lines where I did one take and they're like, that's perfect. And I was like, oh, well then.
For those who doesn't know Konuki, how would you describe Konuki?
Strangely too much into high school relationships. Strange, but at the same time, she's still very heartwarming because throughout the show, when she is around, she is helping them and helping them by being the teacher that's needed for the that carries her and make sure she's safe. She is the adult representative. There's I think 2 adults in this whole anime, so I'm glad that the 2 adults are adulting appropriately. They're being who they need to be. So there is an underlying care in her. She has a great friendship, but I also question that friendship sometimes with how they interact with each other.
Whole drama. We saw what's happening from episode 1 to 12. From the beginning, the confessions, the extreme brutal confession that we have from Lemon. We saw all the romance. Which one of those moments, the one that more hit you?
I would probably say Lemons, just because I know that feeling of when you accidentally confess. You don't mean to say it, and then it kind of slips out, and it's everyone in the room stops, and you stop, and you're just calculating in your head, and you just feel like you just want to crawl into a corner and just pretend nothing happened. But you can't, because you said it. You said it. Haha, just kidding.
For a second, I have to confess, it's here. It just scared me for a second when I say, yeah, I know Lemon, because I know that feeling don't tell me to confess to somebody that somebody was taken before her.
No.
No, for real. Lemon is a character. I will say I call it arc of Lemon because she even have her own ending sequence, which was...
The ending sequences were always so gorgeous. Oh, sorry.
The entire anime is gorgeous.
It was. I really hope they announce a season 2.
I really love how our main character, which I lost his name, Nukumisu. He just want to be a normal background character, not get involved, but just being by himself. He's impacting so many lives that at the point wait, do I have friends? And I really love everything growing around, and the sister, how the sister Kaji, she's like, oh, my brother getting friends, and he's like, no, I'm not. He's getting friends. So wholesome story. I really love it. But now that you brought the drama, but we're not going into detail. This is no action. Those TV drama TV. So, Maganda, how do you made it to the world of anime voice acting? Because you have cosplay, modeling, a lot of everything. How you made it here?
So the cosplay modeling kind of go hand in hand because when I was cosplaying, I would make friends with photographers, and then they'd have I want to do a photo shoot with flower crowns and stuff like that. So that goes hand in hand. What happened is I had a different job before this, where I worked basically with boats and stuff. But my partner had a job opportunity in Dallas that would require us to move. So we moved. The problem is there's no boats in Dallas. I don't know if you noticed. There's no real water. No big
throws, totally.
Yeah. So I kind of sat here. I was like, well, I want to work on my cosplay. I don't know what I want to do. And then I was looking at the map, and then I realized dude, Crunchyroll's here. I've been trying to be a voice actor. I've been doing it in my spare time since 2013. I've been doing small projects for friends and for people who had interesting ideas. I was doing it for free for years, just practicing and keeping the fun dream alive. And then I realized, why do I have to do it for free? I can actually do it for a living now. So I built my booth, I got classes, I started meeting people in the industry, and then finally I sent my information into Crunchy, and they were like, that's cool, you're in. And I was like, no sound came out when I screamed. It was literally after I had like all of my voice acting friends over for a party, and if I checked my email, I would have been able to let them all know and we could have celebrated more. But they all left, and I just kind of casually picked up my phone, and I was like, I got the email saying like if I wanted to be Hiya in Chillin and another I was like, is this real?
And some confession here, guys. For those who also in some background story of Koki Otaku and coordination team, so most of the time we take time coordinating like this episode. When I first reached Maganda, it was for the character of Hiya, which was months ago. And by the way, guys, it have been months. And that time when we spoke like, hey, Maganda, let's try to do something. Maganda said, no, I have only one character. And like, yeah, you have only one character now. But I have availability right now for November. And I had the feeling by November we're going to have a lot to talk about. So please trust me in this one. And mid time between that day early this year and November, I was like, and I emailed, hey Maganda, haha, I told you. And it happened. So I had the feeling something was going to happen with your career, that you'll be hitting the new character. That I was like, let me book now because I know we're going to have a lot to talk about.
It's so crazy it happened too. Why did you give me good luck? Stop.
Yeah, only that I give it good luck. I don't have good luck for me. That's the only problem I have.
We're manifesting for you.
Take some of it back, please. You deserve some of it.
Wait. Also, I saw that you're also voice acting in video games. So, video game came first than anime, right?
Yeah, the video games came before the anime.
But not for free, or also for free?
No. I mean, occasionally if I see a project that I'm like, that's a really good idea, I might do it for free. It's typically small dream projects where like it's one developer, they don't have a lot of money, but I really like their concept. But most of the time I am, I have to make money, so I have to get stuff paid. So a lot of my games and stuff are paid. And a lot of the audio dramas and stuff like that too, they're paid.
So how do you compare those environments between audio drama, video game, and anime? Do you see like the same, or do you see like different color for each of these environments?
I will separate it into 3 different experiences. So for anime, it can be nerve-wracking. If you're not good at being on the spot, never seeing the script before or the scene before, it's going to be really tough for anime, because for some studios, you go in, you have the director like right there, and you have like the script in front of you, the dots that'll let you know like when you need to come in, and then you just need to go for it. And it can be stressful for people, especially people who are like kind of perfectionists. When they're in the booth in their own time, they're doing those lines like 20 times trying to get the perfect one. You don't really get that sometimes in anime. But for video games, you can have live direction, where you have the actual director on a live recording with you, and you are recording, and you can go like test line, like, how dare you do this to me? Sorry, my voice is raspy. I lost my voice. And then the director will be like, ooh, I like that, but can you add a little bit more anger to it? And you're like, how could you do this to me? And then, you're getting feedback as you're doing it, and then you can give them the lines afterwards. Or solo recording, where you just do 3 takes, all lines, and then send it to them. And then if they want something different, you do it later. A lot easier for people who don't want to talk to people.
How do you build the voice you're gonna give to the character, in terms of like voice placement? And I don't even know how to describe it, but like, yeah, how do you give that voice to the character and be like, that's just your voice versus that other character has to sound different?
I really wish I had my full vocal range to show this, but I'll try my best. A lot of the times it comes from context clues and character writing. If you don't have those two things, it can get really tough. So, for instance, say there's an audition where it just says female, 24, brunette. Okay, I guess any voice can do. But then if you throw in like she worked in the FBI, so she's now a strong character, more determined, more no nonsense. And then you also have the situation where she's like, she's also a widow. So now you have pain, a backstory. So if anyone talks about something that's about her husband, she could show a little bit more weakness underneath the strength. So like you just build this off of who this character is as a person, if that makes sense. So
Oh, it does. I never thought about it that way. I'm like, oh, that is very interesting.
you just have to think of every character as they are a person. People aren't just one note, like beep boop bop, I'm happy all the time because I'm a cheerleader. No, people are complicated. They have so much going on in their lives, and that just shows in every word they say.
Let's look at a complicated character. Going back to the anime world, with the first anime character that appeared, talking about Hiya?
Hiya.
Oh my god, and to make it worse, I have in Japanese the name. Level 2 level chilling in another world with level 2 super cheat power. I almost tried the Japanese. Oh no. Level 2 Data Moto Yusa Konu no Mataris High Life.
I'm sorry, what?
For everyone in the studio, we just called it Chillin.
Hi. You should have let me get that, Onyx.
I should have, by the way.
I just got chilling. That's it. Yeah. So I was in shock with this character. For those who haven't seen, okay, quick overview of Chilling in the World. How we describe this series?
Okay. Basically, it is an isekai where a guy who's kind-hearted, sweet man gets isekai to another world because that world is trying to find heroes. So they just kind of pull people from other worlds and trying to find a hero. Well, he didn't make the cut, and the guy next to him was like totally all hero stuff. So they just kind of kicked him out of the kingdom, and he went all the way to this far forest. Turns out he has a secret ability that makes it so he is basically infinitely powerful, but he's kind, and so he doesn't like use it for evil or anything. And he makes so many friends along the way as he tries to keep as neutral as possible between all the warring factions in this anime. And I find it so fantastically well written and such a sweet show in general. There are some dirty humors, but in the end, I think it's a heartwarming show.
During one of our last episodes with Mauricio, we were chatting about your character. Your character have a good intervention that we were not expecting about it. And I had to ask Mauricio, who is the main character in the series of Fleo. And hey, so what should be your most funny, the best moment that comes to your mind? And he's like, oh yeah, I had to go back to Hiya. We watched Maganda Marie when she intervened in Far West in the first night together. Like, how was this experience? Dubbing, giving your voice to a kind of funny, evil, spicy character.
So when I get in a booth, I always take stances depending on what characters I'm playing. Konuki was like very laid back, relaxed. Sujin was more forward and like hands here. But Hiya, I actually stood more like devout, shoulders back, and like I had my hands like as if I was a jinn, an otherworldly being myself. So the idea of her voice and character was to always be otherworldly. I don't fully understand human concepts. So ultimately, if anything came across as like kind of weird, that was because she's not human. So the scene, for instance, that he's talking about, where I pop in for them trying to be lovey-dovey, that was me just curious. So it honestly became natural when I thought about the character that way. It didn't feel hard at all. I did have a lot of retakes because it was my very first character. So I was just getting into how all the stuff works. But it really did help me roll with the punches and really learn how to do it and do it good.
But she also have a few scenes that she was like kind of funny on the spicy. Capture Damal Damalines?
Oh yeah, that scene, Demalinus.
I was like, whoa, like
So here's the thing. If you want like the more family friendly version of this series, the anime is actually the best way to go. That scene was very tastefully done. It still had the spicy humor in it. The manga crossed some boundaries that wasn't so good, because at least in the anime, my character gets pushed away and she's like, I should learn what consent is. And then she goes to learn what consent is. That is a proper thing to do. Manga, not so much. And the light novel, way worse. The light novel is... it deals with some heavy topics. So,
Okay.
yeah, the anime is definitely the way to go if you want to see this series. The manga's...
I'm surprised that you say like, oh yeah, that's the more family-friendly version. It's like,
So,
okay.
just think of like my... this is my first character ever. I'm super excited. The first thing I do is Google her. And the first thing that you see in the Google is, that she did something against Demalinus's will. And I'm like, no. My first character in anime. But luckily in the anime, they made it so she learns consent. And then it's the idea is her and Demalinus are okay with it.
And that's why we tell everybody anime is not for kids. Because there are some topics. And then there are some topics.
and I had to confess, I didn't see that one coming because I saw the series and it's very heartwarming. It's very innocent. I mean, there's some spicy humor.
Yeah.
But
And
I
most
didn't
of my
know.
characters.
Yeah. But anyways, watch it, guys. It's a very famous on TikTok. Many cosplayer cosplay the main character, and they made the dance on TikTok. So did you too?
No, I'm just excited. I'm actually literally working on a Hiya. So I'll be able to cosplay as my anime characters. Like one of the characters I voice.
Almost there, too early, guys. But make sure to take Maganda social media, which will be later. We're going to tell about it. But before we get over there, we have to wrap it up. One of your latest character, Beniko, a Natsume Book of Friends season 6, which I didn't know about so many seasons.
Yeah, so technically, Natsume's Book of Friends has been out for a long time, but they weren't dubbed in English. So slowly but surely, the English dubs have been coming out, and season 6 was just released a few months ago. But technically, also season 7's out as well. Beniko is basically just... she's kind of down to earth. She's more of a mellow character. Totally different from every other character I've ever voice acted. So it's a breath of fresh air, how I just get to be my normal self, a little bit stricter. Technically, she was the second character I've ever voiced. Yeah. Even though season 6 was released just a little bit ago, I recorded it a long time ago. So...
Oh, that's interesting. I was like on the back burner waiting to be released then.
It makes sense to me because I have to confess, I started watching season 5 without noticing what season 5 because suddenly I got the announcement and notification that we have a new dub release. And oh, let me play. And I'm like, I'm so lost here. What is going on? And also, I didn't see like was everything published together. So I'm like, wait, this is not a weekly publish. What's going on here? Another man like, wait, season 7? What the hell did I start this series? I need to go back to the app and go back to season 1 and start in the right order.
Now, season 7 is the brand new of the new, just coming out. But season 6 was technically created a long time ago, and it's just got redubbed this year. But she was basically my second time going for a character. I got Hiya, and then my next email was Beniko, and I was like, I got 2 characters right off the bat. What the fudge?
And you're gonna get more.
I hope so. Winter season, let's go.
And we're going to do a follow-up episode with you because definitely with so many characters coming, we will have to. So, Maganda, thank you so much.
For those considering joining the anime world or just voice acting in general, what words of advice would you give them?
Well, since I just lost my voice, first off, stay hydrated. Stay as healthy as possible. Drink tea, specifically like throat coat and good tea. I'm not sponsored, I swear. And always protect your voice. If you go to concerts and stuff where you're screaming a lot, try to tone that down a little bit if you want to keep this nice and healthy. And always practice, especially when it comes to acting. Because remember, it's not just voice acting, it's acting. And acting comes first. The character, who you are, and what you are trying to accomplish through your voice so that people know what this character is feeling. All of it comes from acting.
So much. For those who haven't followed you yet, with social media can they follow you?
I'm basically Maganda Marie on everything. So Maganda Marie for Twitter, Blue Sky, Maganda Marie, but with the little thingy in the middle, the
Underscore?
Yeah, I think it's an underscore. It's just a minus sign for Instagram. And then Maganda Marie VA for Twitch. It's some type of video games.
I will use it for you guys. Just go down to the description of this video, expand the description of this episode, and there you're going to find all those links that Maganda just mentioned over there. Just click over there, and voila, you're already there. And because you already made it there, we humbly invite you, ask you, we command you, we beg you, we do whatever, we pray for you. Subscribe, like, and share in this episode and our channel for Koki Otaku and YouTube. And you can follow us in all our social media, such as Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, here, Twitch, Twitter, X,
Everything.
Sky Blue Sky, both of them. Any social media. So, Maganda, thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
We will see you in the next episode. Sayonara.
Bye.
Bye.